going on, everybody? Bryan, Hunt for the Good Stuff, back with another awesome episode here in sunny Fort Lauderdale. Now, we're not actually in a sunny environment today. It's a little bit of overcast, but nonetheless, this space is absolutely gorgeous. We're at a place called Boatyard. This place has one of the best brunches in town, and I'm about to show you why. But to start off with, look at this Bloody Mary. This thing is top tier. Now, it looks so gorgeous. Why? Because I created it myself, but there's multiple layers to it. So basically, you give them the token, they give you a glass, you get to making stuff. When you need another token, you ask your server, they hand it to you, and you just repeat the process. So I basically went with kind of like a spicy setup with as much shrimp and bacon as I could toss in this thing, and this thing looks legit. Like, really, if you weren't that hungry and you were maybe hungover the day before, this would be your breakfast in its own right. It's got a lot of veggies, got a lot of colors, got a lot of protein, got a lot of flavor. So why don't we jump in, right?
I love that.
Oh, woo. Ooh. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So the move with this thing, basically try to get your colors going, try to get a little bit of height, and then you create yourself this beautiful, awe-inspiring, Bon Appetit magazine looking glass. A little rosemary, I'm not gonna eat that, but like every time I go into the straw, I get a little whip of rosemary. Snap it in half. A little pro tip, snap the rosemary in half so it becomes a little bit more aromatic, so every time you go for the straw, a little herbaceous tone of rosemary. Gotta love it. Got blue cheese flavored olives here. Straight bacon, how are you gonna go wrong with that? A little shrimpy. Look at this thing. This thing's like an episode of The Hunt by itself. Carrots, asparagus, green beans, celery, lemon, rosemary, shrimp, bacon. The hits just keep on coming. And the crazy thing is, I could just keep going back. You gotta be careful though, because there's a lot of opportunity to fill up on this stuff. If that's your thing, do it, but if not, get yourself some of the awesome Benedict selections that they have. Steak and eggs, I'm in the mood for that today, so let's make that happen. Steak and eggs comes with egg torta. Basically, they whip in a little bit of goat cheese, spinach, see some red peppers in there, a little bit of chives. You have the beautifully cooked steak. Look at that nice little pinkness right there, looking good. That little sauce that you see on the bottom is an au poivre sauce. So basically kind of like a peppercorn based sauce that you see in most popular steakhouses. And then you have this like rustic style toast. A little bit thicker, almost kind of like a pan de campagne if you've ever had. Looks really tasty, really crumbly. I also did like a little hollandaise on the side, because why not? I mean, I like my steaks with a little hollandaise. So we're basically gonna mix and match two different worlds together. I got my mango flavored mimosa from the unlimited mimosa bar until 4 p.m. All right, so get a nice little hunk of that steak, dip it in the au poivre. Oh, you see that? That looked awesome. I like the tower too. Scrambled eggs, they usually have a tendency of getting really, really cold on you very quickly, especially if you're outside and it's not super sunny or hot. But because of the tower, everything in the center kept its temperature really nicely, so when I broke into it, now you have a warm little delicacy here. Get your protein up, hit them with the holly. Hit them with that the holla holly. That's right. All right, mac and cheese time. So in the world of the mac and cheese, you got to pick a proper pasta to start off with. You want something where the sauce is going to hold on to it properly. You also want to throw in any kind of goodies that you possibly can. We're at a seafood space, so throw in as much seafood as you possibly can. We're talking shellfish, we're talking shrimp, crab, bay scallops. You want to throw some Gouda cheese in there. Gouda cheese is a cow's milk cheese from Holland, traditionally a little smoky, all up in the mix. There's also a lobster cream sauce, kind of binding it all together, and that should be interesting. So imagine kind of like a lobster bisque being the tether to kind of anchor all this stuff together. I'm excited. Hopping in right now, we got some shells going on over here. That looks like, I don't know, maybe a little crab action. We got the little breadcrumbs going. Lobster cream sauce, little bay scallop right there. Let's take a bite. It's hard to mess up mac and cheese. I mean, melted cheese, pasta, throw some protein in there, you win. It's almost as if it was like a lobster bisque that's holding everything together. It's almost like a really heavily flavored soup, if you will, on the bottom. So that has got loads of flavor, loads of that lobster stock, that salinated quality. You might even want to like play the pour game on top. Ooh, that almost went in my lap. And bay scallops have a little additional sweetness. It seems like crab kind of dominates the dish. But yeah, you got a couple people that are in the mood for mac and cheese, get one on the side, take a couple scoops, call it a day. Oh, and don't forget your bubbles. Yeah, don't forget your bubbles. We're very complex beings, us humans. Something could affect the way we taste something simply if we're in the mood for it. If we want a nice view, if we want good company, if we want good food, that's all on us. I'm saying put yourself in a good position and go somewhere that knows what they're doing. You keep watching, I'll keep hunting, and I'll see you soon, okay?